Hey guys, how's it going? Well, just gonna have a look at the bottom end on this refresh we're doing at 355. See how the rod bearings look. Yeah, morning. Oh, no, it's afternoon. Yeah, I'm still doing an assessment on it. Yeah. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, they go to like 60, 65 on the oil pump. Just one bulb holds the oil pump on. Smells pretty good. We'll put a new oil pump on, but yeah, it's got to have a pickup because they welded it on there. That's garbage. Put it over there. Then we'll do the rear main. Maybe first. Maybe first. Rear main. Oh, now you go. Just clean the front out. Don't like that. 4 bolt. Oh, I gotta have a longer socket for them ones. Yeah, I'm not always. Just kind of go with the camera. Wonder if that'll fit on there. No, I have to go get a socket. 5/8 deep. Deep. So, just sitting here and stare at the motor. I'll be back. I'm gonna look in the toolbox. 5/8. That one will work. No. Oh, that's really long. I have one somewhere. 5/8 super deep. Boy, I know it's somewhere. It's a special socket. Grease.
Ain't no cleaning with that baby. That's just
Ta-da!
spreading grease around.
I had to get a different socket. This isn't even long enough.
What happened? When I took the other one apart here, I used the wrench.
Yeah, but I had a socket last.
Yeah, I know.
They're
I
a
couldn't
different
find it.
size.
Yeah, they're not 5/8.
They're not 5/8.
No, they are
What is it? 11.
1160, 11 something, 11
Yeah.
something. Yeah. I used the wrench and a hammer and busted the other one straight. I know you did, but I couldn't find it. So I had to improvise.
11:16. Alright, we're back. So, you always go from the outside in because it's backwards to the. Oh, that's tight. Somebody's got this one together. Yeah. So I run some numbers on this Sussex code on the block. It's from the 70s, they say. Flint, Michigan motor. But the V, it's a V. Not a common motor, V. You know, like A, B, C, D, and yeah, they use those motors and pretty much anything from Chevelles to Novas to vans to trucks, A, B, C, D, E, F. When you get down into the V suffix codes, that was a lot of different ooh, that was tight. I don't think this has been apart for a while. Okay, so we do this. That's done. This one here. So yeah, she's definitely from the early 70s. This block. So she's a few years old and it's still working good. So that's what we like to see. Some old iron. Everybody keeps it working. Go another 50 years. Eh? But I don't think they ran these slosh plates maybe in the 70s? Huh. Question for me is, yeah. So somebody's maybe done that to the motor. 70s block. Put a different crank in it. You never know what you got until you take it apart. Right? Let's crack some rods. I like to crack everything loose. Doesn't hurt. Oh, there's the rod for the. That wasn't on there all the way, and that's metal. With a set screw in it. It's not plastic. That's different. Well, how does that work with the oil pump? Metal. So this just sits on that. It doesn't click. It just sits on there. Metal. That'll have to go back in just like that. There's no set screw on the other end of it. I don't know if you can see the little set screw. That might be aftermarket. Alright. Now I need my wrench. number one was the problem on the cam, right? Put this over, this is number one. So we might have a problem with number one rod bearing. I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, a little bit, but it looks pretty good. A little bit in there, but it actually looks pretty good. Yeah, she does have a little wear. She does have some wear, but it's not like into the copper. Right?
Yeah.
So I was noticing that the rod for the oil pump has a collar with a set screw in it. Okay. And it doesn't click into the oil pump. It just sits in the oil pump.
And the collar prevents it, because of the hole in the block, prevents it from falling out of the block.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't fall down through.
No, because of the collar.
Because of the collar. Or it won't pull up through when you're trying to pull the
So
distributor.
it's the same thing, only instead of snapping, it's tightened in with the set screw.
Yeah. Alright, so I got number one pulled and it looks pretty good. There's no where on bringing up the camera. And yeah, you can kind of see that. There we go. It looks actually pretty good, but I would replace them since you got it apart. Right? Now what we'll do here is we'll take the bearing out. Right? I'm going to have a look at the back of it and see if it's factory or what. So that's a standard STD, standard crank. You've got a standard crank. So you're good. And they're Clevites, 77, which is good. Yeah, that's good. And the crank looks in real good condition. You know, and that was the bad cylinder. We'll keep everything together. And this on there. Put this back in there. Well, the bottom end looks good so far on number one. Bearings always fall out on me. And the little
New
tap.
shopper roll. Do I sound like Pam? New shopper roll. Do I sound like Pam?
No.
Coffee cups don't go in the garbage can. They get sacked. The lids go in the garbage.
Well, that's what's in my way.
That way the can doesn't fill up so quick. What happened? Cans aren't, or cups aren't.
Well, skirt wear looks normal. Rings look pretty good. Not a lot of carbon buildup. A little bit on the a little bit of carbon. Well, there's a number. That will tell me exactly what the piston is. I think I did look them up. What was inside? I think they're reusable.
I wouldn't use it.
No, the piston.
Oh, the pistons, yeah, I would think so. I would think they look pretty damn good.
It's a standard bearing.
Good.
So
What's the
far.
crank look like?
It has a little.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
that's
hurt-
alright.
Wouldn't
We'll
hurt.
polish it.
It'll polish up.
We'll take a look at polish it.
But that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that was the bad one, right?
that was the one that wasn't
Is that number
Firing.
one? Yeah, that's number one.
really that well.
It was probably getting a lot of pre-detonation and a lot of compression because it wasn't firing. Bearing in that stuff.
Dropped it.
No, it's in your hand.
No. This bearing
Yeah.
or that bearing?
This
It's in
bearing
there.
can come out.
You want me to take them out?
Yeah, well, they won't be going back in.
I
We
thought
know,
it just.
we know they're standard,
Can you
right?
grab that one right there? It's on top of that piston.
I don't even see it. I don't even see that bearing you're talking about. It's got to be in the valley or something.
No, it's right on top of the.
Okay, now I see it. Now I
Can
see
you
it.
get your little? I can get my big mitts in there.
I don't think I can either. You're gonna have to tip that.
It's all right where it's sitting. It's just sitting.
It'll fall.
We'll pull it. So that's good. That's good to know. Standard. Generally, they don't. The whole crank is cut standard. So we'll just take that one and put it there. This one here. Oh, I took my socket off the wrench. Oh yeah, here. Speed wrench.
Okay, I'm going to the dollar store
All right.
and maybe the crappy to get paint.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
The car's out on the road, keys.
It is out front actually. Don't forget to get coffee while you're out.
Alright. More add-ons coming.
Maybe some. No. She says they're mom's, but it could have been her mom's. So I don't know
Alright,
which
so
mom.
I'm going to Crappy and the dollar store. I might have to buy. Yeah, I'm gonna get some
It's always a busy place around here.
out front, I guess. And it's just a fucking teaming out, so put your hat on. And then I'm going to Crappy to get black paint.
Well, we got a sticky one. There you go. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that crank. You know, if you were really inclined, you might run them again. You know? If you were going to run these again, you would plastic gauge them. You know? If this was only a few years old, and like I don't know the mileage on this motor, but if it was only a few years old and it come apart like this, I would be inclined to just plastic gauge them and measure and put them back in. You know, just a few year old motor. for myself. You know? But there's really nothing wrong with them. They're not brand new to speak of, but like, okay. You don't really. I wonder how many years are on this motor. You know? It's pretty nice. Nothing's gone through it, but you gotta check them all, right? Nothing's gone through it. You kept the oil changed. But when you got it this far apart, you might as well put new in. You know? Oh. I'm going to move this drip container over here. Out of the way. Yeah, where did that go? Well, that'll come out with it. Just move the crank a little bit like that. Pretty good. Whoa. Really good shape. I'd really like to know how many miles are on this. Because if there ain't that many, and the rings are, you know, they're still kind of, still pretty springy. I guess you would call it springy. Even the oil ring, you know. And there's not a lot of carbon buildup. Carbon buildup is what kills a motor. You know? I've seen worse. And guys just put it back together and run it for years. Years. With used rings. Just give her a quick ball home. The same rings. But we're going fresh on this refresh. I'll polish up the pistons. It's just a weekend driver. Nice pistons. Still assessing. But if that's any indication of the motor history on the bearings, it's a runner. She's good. It's good. You know, sometimes you'll see on the top of the rod or the bottom in the cap, you'll see copper, right, from over revving or pre-ignition on the spark. You know, they get that spark knock, you'll hear that. But this motor, nothing yet. We're not all the way to the end yet. We've seen videos where we get to the end and it ain't good. So I'm really want to take this main cap off, have a look. Yeah, it smells good. Doesn't smell burnt. No. we'll just give it a good bath, new bearings, new rings, give it a quick hone. I think he'll be back on the road. Yeah, they're a little more scarred, but you can grab that with your fingernail. I can feel that. The end of my fingernail on that front main. There's nothing catching my fingernail on the crank. But this is head. Oh, there's a little bit of copper there. Yeah, a little bit of copper on that front main. You see that? We'll get the light. See that little tinge of copper there? Little tinge. Not so much there. A little tinge there, eh? Just a little skiff, you know? A little skiff there. So she's had some RPM. But yeah, that needs new rod on main bearings. On the front. Oh! I'll just put this back in place for now until I get all the pistons out. That's a little bit of the story there on the motor's life. So most likely if this one's got a little wear, we're all going to have a little wear. We'll get the pistons out here. Oh, work away. What did I do with my wrench? So it's a good candidate, I think, to be rebuilt. So far. The block seems good. And the cylinders seem good. There's no real ridge. You know, you can't, I use my fingernail and you run it down the cylinder out and there's no ridge. So this is a low mileage motor, you know. It would probably be fine just the way it is if I build motors. You could probably just put it back together and it would run for like another 20 years, just the way it sits. Easy. Change the oil all the time. Every year you just drive it. You only change it, if you only put enough miles on to change the oil once a year, you know, it would probably be fine. You know, throw some 1540 in it and drive it. It lasts for years. I know a lot of guys who drive motors and they knock and they just fill them with 15 and Lucas. They put that Lucas in there, the additive, and it doesn't burn any oil. It lasts for years. They will go. These motors are proven themselves. That's why they're still around. You know, it's a tough motor. When they designed it, when they went from the flathead, right? Henry Ford invented that. It's an overhead valve, V8. You know? A little sticky, that one. You do get that. Same thing. That's, you know, that's not even, Low mileage bearings. She'd probably be fine. I can't catch anything on my fingernail. Nothing there. It's gonna be good. No damage. No damage.